Hi guys, Elliot from PLAYR Global here. Now recently I caught up with Felipe from Brazil. We talk everything football. He tells us what it's like as a young player growing up in Brazil, talks us through his journey into the university team and now what he's trying to do moving forwards, looking to play overseas. We touch on the importance of a football CV and how you can reach out to coaches to get yourself a club and a trial. So have a listen, have a watch. I hope you enjoy it. Leave a comment down below, let me know your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks very much. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us today. We are with Felipe, who I believe is in Brazil right now. So, Felipe, I'm going to throw it over to you, mate. Introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, how old you are, whereabouts you are, and then tell us about your football journey.
Okay. Hi, Elliot. My name is Felipe. I have 22. I live here in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and I play university soccer.
Very nice.
So my journey, I started to my journey yet or no? Keep on. Okay.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, all good. You're coming through. No problem.
Okay. So my soccer journey started very early when I was 6 on the futsal courts in suburb of Rio de Janeiro in the neighborhood of Bangu. There I grated my foot for the first time and discovered my passion for football. The years passed and I went to basic football soccer school until I was 12 years old. So I had to interrupt my football activities to finish my studies, but I always played with friends on weekend until I joined to college of communication at UFRJ, the Federal from Rio de Janeiro. And I joined the field soccer and futsal team of Atlético. That was 4 years of training 3 times a week and playing matches on Saturdays and Sundays. We shared 4 finals. We got 4 finals during this period, and I won one title. Won this occasion, I was also elected the best player in the tournament. Our competitions took place with another university teams in state of Rio de Janeiro. My how can I say this? Another players of another team like adversaries.
Yeah.
You know. So they are like federates from many teams, important teams in Rio, like Botafogo, Flamengo, Fluminense, Vasco da Gama. So the competition was so hard, you know. We have many difficult matches here.
Yeah, awesome. So what position do you play right now?
Oh, I'm middle center, like how can I say this? Casemiro, Kanté,
Yeah,
like this.
nice. So you're the engine in the middle, the ball winner, are you?
Yeah, like box to box. I need to go the forward and defense. I control all the territory.
Nice. So you must be nice and fit. Awesome. So I guess let's talk a little bit about then. So you started at 6 years old playing in your local neighborhood. I imagine, obviously being from Brazil, the vision I have of Brazil is that you're football crazy. Everybody's born with a football.
Everybody here play football. Everybody. So it's like you born 2 times. When you're born and you play football first time.
So what's the setup like in Brazil for a kid, for someone who's like 6, 7 years old, just trying to start playing football? Do you have local teams? Is it just you play on the street? How does it work?
Oh, when I was 6, just on the street, but I started on a school basic football at 8.
Okay.
And so I had 4 years in school of the basic school of football. like to pass and shoot and basic things in football.
Yeah.
But when I got 12, I need to get out for finish my studies and these things, because here we need to make tax to pass to university.
Yeah. And is it mainly focused on futsal at the young age? Or do you play like three aside? How does it work for you growing up in Brazil? What kind of competition do they play for like an 8-year-old?
Oh, when in university
When
or
you were
say?
young, as an 8-year-old, as a child.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I played like with another basic school football, you
Yeah.
know. So it was a little competition in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So four teams in just one day. Everybody play with everybody
Right.
and have one championship. But
Yeah.
it's like a little things. When you play in official tournament with clubs, they are play like in the a normal way, you know. So 20 teams,
Yeah.
and they pass all the year a competition, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's different.
Gotcha. So you go to college right now, and you're playing for a
No, I had finished like last December. I have 22 right now. I get into with 18.
Okay. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about the college system and how the football works for your college system. Is it a similar kind of setup to an American college system? Is it scholarship based on sport, or what's the level of competition like?
Yeah, but with one important difference, because in United States you have scholarships for the athletes.
Yeah.
So in Brazil you don't have this. So I need to study and work and pay my
Right.
own things, you know.
Yeah.
So it's more. So
Yeah.
you need to pay the bus, pay your food, many things, and okay, but the system is the same way. You play with another teams from medicine, justice, or things, and my teams from communication. So we
Right.
had many tournaments. The most important was for me was JUX. We call JUX because it's Jogos Universitários de Comunicação Social, like communication, social communication games. So all the university, all the communication university have athletic. Go to one city here in state of Rio, and we play in 5 days there. 5 days. So 5 games. The final and in Sunday. So we got a championship there, and I was elected the most valuable player of the tournament.
Oh, awesome. Well done. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
What's the how is it for players coming through the college system to then join one of your professional teams that you have in Brazil? Is that where do the clubs recruit the players from college, or how does a player get picked up by one of your pro teams out there?
Normally in Brazil, how I said, people born 2 times when he play football and when he born. So in Brazil, people need to get into the clubs so early. So you need to get into the club 5 years old here. Difficultly you can get into the clubs like Flamengo with 20. Like it's impossible here,
Right.
because the competition inside the clubs is so hard, so hard. So you need to best the best, the best, the best.
Yeah.
But one of two of 5 Ks in like many years had one guy seen another guy and call him to get into the club. You know, so we call here olheiro is like someone go to many fields of state of Rio and watch players.
Like a scout.
Yeah, scout.
Yeah.
Thank you, scout.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
it happened, but it's difficult, you know.
Yeah. So in Brazil, then you obviously maybe you can give us some insight as to what is the structure of football in Brazil. So you have your top division, which is it like the championship? What do you call that? Is it the Campeonato, something like that?
Campeonato. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I saw in Australia have a Ligue 1 and NPL and A divisions.
Yes.
Here is different.
Yeah.
Here we have four divisions only,
Right.
and each division have 20 clubs. So we have 80 clubs official in national division.
Got.
But uh,
And
sorry, sorry.
are they all professional? Those 80 clubs?
Yeah, professional.
Okay.
In national system.
Yeah.
In each state have your regional competition,
Hmm.
like Carioca. We call Carioca for Rio de Janeiro. We have Paulistão for São Paulo or Minas Gerais or okay.
Right.
And,
And that would be your semi-professional level, would it?
we don't have like yours, you know.
Right.
Or you are professional, or you are amateur or university.
Right.
You know, here is more than another place because we have 200 million people, and everybody wants to play football.
Yeah.
And football here is so difficult to get into. You know.
Yeah. So with the players that would play in, say, the is it Serie D that you call it, like your fourth level? So not the top level, but the fourth level of professionalism.
Okay.
Are they're
Okay.
full-time professionals? Are they or?
Yeah, they are professional in the law, but they play like just few months in the year, so 3 months in the year, and League One play like all the year, you know, like January until December. So it's different because have different payments and these things, but in law they are professional.
Yeah, so they're professional for 3 months, but then they would have to work another job for the other.
Yeah. And the first league here, the payments like for Flamengo, for example, have 1,000,000 500,000 for month like much money for five players in the team. this salary.
Jesus. Yeah, I see. Yeah. So you were playing college football. You finished a couple of years ago, and now you're looking to go overseas to play. Is that right?
Yeah. I want to go to Australia and try something because first I want to improve my quality of life, and another way I want to be a master, and I'm bartender too, so I have many possibilities. But football is my passion, so I want to try it there. So if it happens in NPL, okay, let's go, but I will try.
Yeah. And why did you end up on wanting to go to Australia? What made you think about Australia for football?
Oh, I know Australia is starting and processing to improve your national football in a few years. And I know the competition there is different from Brazil because if I'm good player here, it's not enough.
Yeah.
I know in Australia, if I'm good player, it will return to me. You know, you want this there because you are improving your quality in your tournament. So it opened my eyes. You know.
Yeah, well, you're definitely right. I mean, there is a lot of opportunity in Australia, and with the football community, it's obviously I always say this, but it's a very small community, the football one. And if you're a good player, you very quickly, people start hearing about you and, start knocking on your door. So, Hopefully, you can bring those Kante performances with you.
Yeah, yeah. I need to record a video to send, but I'm searching for teams around Sydney because I will study in Greenwich
Right.
School. I don't know if you know. So the next one is Apia. Uh, was the team gave the NPL uh, last year,
Yeah.
2019.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to how to show me to them,
Sure. Yeah. So it's definitely, we had an agent on here the other day, and he was talking about this. It's very simple, right? You need to have footage and a CV of yourself, because coaches want to be able to see what they're who they're recruiting and what they're recruiting, right? So I think you're already on the right path of what you're looking to do. We're talking about getting game footage of yourself together. The coaches that we work with, they like to see a bit of a combination of stuff, right? So obviously highlights are great because it very quickly can show them, okay, what is this player capable of doing? But then on top of that, once you've got their interest, they then want to see, right, they're also aware that highlights can be edited to make it look like you're an absolute superstar, but when in reality you're not, right? So not saying you're not, but you can edit highlights, right? So you need to have a combination of your highlight video to grab their attention, and then also a lot of coaches want to see full game footage so that they can watch your movement off the ball, what's your work rate like, how intelligent are you, all of that side of it as well. So it's not just your bicycle kicks and lunging tackles and everything. It's the whole package, right? So I think it's important to have a mixture, a highlight reel, and then some full games. And if you can't get full games, at least a half a game and things like that. So it's an actual prolonged. It's all one game, and it's a long version where they can see all of that kind of stuff as well. So I think you're on the right track with your thinking there. I saw that you actually created a profile on the network, which is great. So I would encourage you just to fill that out with as much information as possible. So all of your stats from your playing time in your colleges, any achievements that you had. So like where you've won the MVP for the tournaments you were in, I would add all of that information in there. And if you've got any some like supporting stuff to go with it, so if it was any articles, if it was covered on any newspapers or websites or stories on social media, you can link out to all of that stuff as well. So I would encourage you to do all of that. And then it's hard work, right? So we do have coaches who come on our platform and they're looking for players and they're going through profiles and reaching out to players and messaging them. But you can't just sit on your ass hoping that people are going to come and knock on your door. So you've got to do what you're doing right now, and it's being proactive. So put all that stuff together and then start reaching out to coaches and to clubs and be like, hey, can I get a trial with you? What's the worst they can do? The worst they can do is say no. No problem. Move on to the next one till you find someone.
I already have.
Yeah, perfect. I can tell by the way we connected today to chat and how you've been replying to my emails. I can tell you're the kind of guy that definitely would be doing that kind of stuff. So for us, with the network that we've put together, it's to try and help players like you, rather than having to search through the internet and try and piece things together, like what teams, what's the league in Australia, like in this country, who are the clubs, right? Now I've got the club, who do I need to contact? We try to make it a bit easier for all the players by having everybody on the one network so you can connect on there. But, there's people outside of our network as well. So there's a lot of resources you can use on the internet now to find these people and reach out to them. So I think you're on the right path with what you're doing. Have you had anybody in Australia come back to you and lock anything in, offer you anything?
Yeah, I have many friends there, but and anyone play football, just me. So I have many friends. One friend live in Gold Coast, another in Sydney, another in Melbourne. So I got many information about Australia,
Yeah.
and I'm still in Australia like more than 3 or 4 months because I want to move to there. So I need to, but just this, just friends, not nothing, not family or
Sure.
these things.
And have you actually spoken to any clubs in Australia at all?
I tried to spoke with Apia. I sent a message in Gmail,
Yeah.
but they didn't answer me. I think with coronavirus, I don't know. They have stopped activities. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Right
So
now,
I just sent a message.
all football's kind of been stopped, and it's only yesterday. Where are we now? Yeah, yesterday was announced the 3-stage plan to bring everything back. So clubs have kind of been left in limbo a little bit, not knowing what's going to happen, when is it going to happen. So hopefully now that that's been announced, I don't think all states have set dates yet, but they know that there's now a plan in process, that the idea is to come back. So they're hopeful that they're going to get a season started, because the NPL seasons, it depends on what state and everything you're in, but some of the leagues had started, some of them hadn't started.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bit of a mixture, really. I'm still playing myself, and the club I was with, it's been the longest pre-season I've ever done. So it'd be good if we could actually start playing soon. So yeah, so now that people are starting to come back, clubs might start being more responsive, right? But it's like what we said before. If they don't reply, no problem, move on to the next one. And you should be messaging as many people as you can to try and get bites. And Australia is very much, like we said again before, it's such a small community that maybe you need to, when you first get here, you don't sign at the team that you want to play for, or the level you ideally want to play for, and you get your foot in the door at one level. But your performances, if you start nailing them and you stand out, very quickly those teams at the higher level are going to come knocking on your door trying to sign you. So it really does work.
I saw many. Sorry. I saw that many players get to Ligue 1.
Yeah.
Ligue A, sorry.
Yeah, to the A League. Yeah, I mean, they have a mixed feelings here about whether they actually are utilising the NPL system well enough, and are they really bringing up enough players into the A League and enough opportunities. There's a bit of a mixed feeling here about that. There have been players that go from the NPL into the A League for sure. That does definitely happen. Obviously, it's tough for foreigners to do that because there are restrictions on visa players and salary caps and that kind of stuff, depending on your league that you're looking at. But it's all possible if you've got the ability. Then every team always wants to strengthen their squad, right? So if you're good enough, you'll find your level. That's for sure.
Honda was in the Ligue A there in Australia. Now he's in Rio at Botafogo. Honda, Japanese player.
Yeah, is it? Yeah. Oh, he killed it over here. He was amazing. He was brilliant.
Yeah,
how's he doing over there?
Oh, he is forward in Botafogo. In Rio.
Well? Is he standing out over there as a good player? Is he like one of the
Yeah. No, but like not in our best players here, like the medium level, because he already have 36, I think.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly, but he's not young. Yeah.
But he's still good, like than other players of your team. Like he already made 2 goals, I think. This guy.
Yeah. Well, he was outstanding over here. He was heads and shoulders above everybody.
Yeah.
So your idea is that you're looking to come to Australia next. What are you doing at the moment as a player to keep yourself? Obviously, you're just going into lockdown where other countries are kind of already in it. But what's your plan to stay fit, to stay sharp? What are you going to do?
Yeah, right now I'm going upstairs. Thanks God, I have one floor upstairs to keep going, to keep working out, and I do like burps or abdominals, these things, and I don't have anything to do right now because we can
Yeah.
can we can meeting together to play football.
Yeah.
So I need to run alone and working out just this.
Yeah.
I just go to supermarket and just go to, because here I live with my mom, my two brothers, and my it's not my dad, it's like
Yeah.
it's my mom thing. So I'm the younger, so you need to go out to pay to buy things and another.
Yeah.
I just for this I live home, because I think here in Rio we need to stay in this situation until June, so more two months
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
this situation.
Yeah.
But we don't have another way. We need to do this because it's only way to prevent lives. We
Yeah.
need to prevent lives. Many
Yeah.
people dying here.
100%, mate. Exactly. There's more important things than football, right, at this time. So, and it's the whole world.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing it. So,
How can you can celebrate a goal with this situation of,
yeah.
like,
Well,
how can you?
yeah. Belarus managed to do it somehow. The only league.
Okay, nice for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I bring here Flamengo t-shirt.
Ah, nice. Is that your team? You support them?
Yeah, Flamengo. We won Libertadores. Is like continental competition here. It's like Champions League,
Yeah.
but for South America. Last year we won. Then River Plate
Awesome.
from Argentina.
Who's your best player at the moment there?
And Flamengo,
Yeah.
I love two players. They are middle center too. Arrascaeta is from Uruguay,
Right.
and Everton Ribeiro. Everton Ribeiro is Brazilian player. They are magic. They are magic.
Yeah.
Search for them in YouTube.
I will. You're gonna have to send me how to spell their name.
They are like they 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 make all the position and the situation of game. Like they can put the player front of the goal, like
Amazing. Yeah.
too fast, too fast. And this is my T-shirt of my team.
And that's who you play for, is it?
Yeah, look,
And
my university here.
how do you pronounce? What's the name of them?
Sorry.
How do I pronounce the name?
Oh, UFRJ, UFRJ.
UFRJ.
It's Federal University from Rio de Janeiro. This is from field, and this is from court, like futsal.
Yeah. Nice. So do you play? Would you be playing futsal now at the same time as you play college? Do they go side by side? You can play two different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there in this team I am forward. We call here pivot. Is like the last one next to the goal.
Right.
Just behind the goal.
Yeah. And what do you have, like a big futsal competition in Brazil? Is it very well followed? Do you have, like, people come and watch you play?
Oh, for in my situation.
For futsal, just generally, do you have a futsal competition that's well?
National, yeah, have the national league, of futsal. Do you know about Falcão?
Yes. Yeah.
Falcão played like more than 10 years in the national league. I don't know. Let me search the name of the league.
Yeah.
Because I know it's national, but Liga Nacional Futsal. Yeah, Liga Nacional de Futsal is national league. Have max for 20 clubs,
Right.
and they play along the year.
Yeah, cool. So your players there, they wouldn't play between, they wouldn't go between 11-a-side football and futsal. It would be one or the other at that level.
Oh, and in professional, no. In professional, you just can't play in futsal or field.
Yeah. Do you see many players go between the two?
No. I play it in university system, but in professional system you can't play.
No.
Falcão tried to go to field in 1 year in São Paulo team, his heart team, but he just played like 2 months and he got back to futsal because he's better in futsal.
Yeah. Brilliant. Awesome, mate. So I've got a few questions that I'd like to ask you that we ask most players that come on here, if that's all right. So with your journey through football so far, what would you say is your most memorable moment?
Oh, my memory. I separate three times. Okay. The best one is when then I tries Flamengo to have a fan to be a fan of Flamengo. I I have three most memorable moments in football. The first was when I chose Flamengo as my heart club. It was a classic in 2001. I was 4 years old. Flamengo needed to beat Vasco da Gama by 2 goals difference to become champion. The game was very tense, and in the 43 minute of the second half, Sebastian Petkovic scored a free kick. I never forget that. I never forget that day. The other two moments when my team I won the University Games of Social Communication and when Flamengo won the Libertadores in November last year. Yeah, this moment of Petkovic is incredible because it's the only memory I have when I have 4 years old. So yeah. It's like when I transportate my body to there, just this moment I remember. like this.
Brazilians, mate, football's in the blood. That's all you care about.
Yeah.
Love it. What would you, from a playing perspective, what would you say that is your biggest regret in football? Have you had any so far?
Yeah, I have one. No, haven't trained enough to kick the same way with both legs.
Yeah.
So it's my biggest regret. Just this.
Yeah. What footed are you? Are you right-footed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's never too late, mate, to start. How old are you?
22, but I will make 23 like 3 days in 3 days. 11 May.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Elliot.
Well, mate, you've still got plenty of time to improve that other foot, so keep working on it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, cool. And then our last question that I've got for you would be, if you could go back and talk to your younger self and give yourself one piece of advice about your football career, what would it be?
I would say for him, don't pay attention who have fun of you because you are so good, and be patient. You will be good and you will be a champion in a moment. So relax, just this.
I like it. Yeah. So enjoy the process. Don't listen to the people being negative towards you, and just be confident and keep trying. Yeah. Is that?
Yeah. Because I was I have many confused things in my head when I was a child. So I really want to be a player of football, but my dad and my family and myself putting pressure in myself to finish my school and make my studies and be a journalist and these things. But my heart always talk with me like football, football, football. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm trying now, but I'm old for Brazil, but
Yeah.
not even for all the countries, all the place. I know.
Well, I think there's a lot that can be done, right? So a lot of people coming from England as well, if you don't make it at the professional level or you get released from a professional academy, a lot of players think it's over and, football's done with and, move on. But really, from my experience, is that you can use football as a tool to travel the world, to improve your knowledge of the world, improve your circle of friends that you have, and use football as that tool to be able to do that. So, yeah, you may not be driving Lamborghinis, but you can still have life-changing experiences through football. So, what you plan to do when you come to Australia, study and play, it's very possible. So, yeah, don't give up for sure.
Thank you, man. Did you play football in your life?
Yeah, so I've always played as well, and I've been in Australia now. I'm from England originally, but I've been in Australia for 10 years now. I'm getting on, so I should really be hanging up my boots very soon, but I keep clinging on that dream. One day, you never know. So I'm still playing at the moment. If
Come back with me then.
Touch wood, if we get back to have a season this season, I'm still playing.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, Felipe, I appreciate you coming on and chatting. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay.
Good luck with your hunt, and feel free to reach out if you need any help or advice or anything like that. No problem whatsoever. Hopefully we can help you along your way, and appreciate you sharing your journey and a bit of your story with us.
Thank you, Elliot. Thank you for all, and good night. Good day for you.